love was built by great visionaries and teachers.
By a community of people that worked hard to make our school a home.
A home to learn.
A home to explore.
It only gets better.
A home to explore our passions.
It only gets better.
To grow in our commitment to chesed.
Oh, I can't believe it only gets better.
To grow in our Torah study.
Our Torah way of life.
Oh, I can't believe it only.
Tonight, we honor all of you. Our parents.
Our leaders. Our teachers.
Our visionaries.
And thank you for making North Shore Hebrew Academy our home.
It only gets better.
Take the germ of an idea of a yeshiva and expand it and provide a campus for it and to provide a home for it. You need visionaries, and those are people like Marty and Shoshana Sokol.
They recognized the need to grow the North Shore Hebrew Academy so that it could sustain the growth of the community, not just for their children, but for the children of future generations.
That's part of what being a leader means. It means to have a vision for the future, not to just be content with what we see today, but to imagine how we can be even better tomorrow.
They were really pioneers in terms of what built the Great Neck community.
They realized that with the success of the North Shore Hebrew Academy comes the success of Great Neck.
We've been here since 1972, educated all our kids at North Shore, and thrilled with the results.
I once was on the Long Island Railroad with Morris LeWinter, should rest in peace, and he was a strong influence on me to send my children to North Shore Hebrew Academy. I'm very happy what the school did for all my children. And I think my children would say the same thing. They look back on those days very happily.
My deepest friendships come from North Shore Hebrew Academy and some of my best memories of my childhood.
The biggest traits that our parents gave us growing up was a sense of Jewish education, charitable organizations, and being part of a community.
Martin, together with his late wife Judy, were part of a group of core parents who realized the importance of planning for strategic growth, leading to the purchase of our Cherry Lane campus.
The purchase of Cherry Lane was a pivotal moment in our school's history, and Marty was instrumental in making that happen.
The decision to buy the Cherry Lane school was a major turning point in the direction of North Shore Hebrew Academy.
It was our parents that planted the seeds for this, along with other people in the community. I think they're very proud to see what has happened.
My father is someone who believes in progress and believes in building. My father very much recognized that in order for there to be a future, things have to grow.
It's amazing to me to see the dedication in this community from our parents, but even more so from our grandparents.
When I went to see the grandchildren in their Siddur play, their Chumash play, to me it's the greatest thrill.
They're very loving of all their grandchildren and all of us coming up through North Shore.
I went to a hockey game the other night and it was the greatest thing. Who cares about the Islanders? So it was a thrill for me just to see the kids whenever I can go. I treasure it. I love to go.
I think they're both just very well-liked people in the community. They always have been.
They are a model couple in terms of midos, in terms of devotion to Klal Yisrael, to Eretz Yisrael. They have the love and respect of everyone.
My mom and Marty are both selfless people. They always put everybody else before themselves.
I've worked in Young Israel for over 32 years. It's a thrill for me to walk in the morning and see all these little children happy, playing with each other, and it gives a lot of excitement to the Young Israel every day.
She is so sterling in her qualities and her genuineness and her willingness to help and to go to the nth degree, to be there for people, to be kind, to be sensitive, to have empathy for those who are in need.
I really learned from my mother that it's important to give back and important to give of yourself to the community and to your school and to the Jewish institutions.
I really wanted to make more friends and to have more friends for my children. So when school started, I offered to work in the PTA. I have friendships that I made through the PTA to this very day, and I really treasure them.
For many years, our mother did the calligraphy for diplomas and inscriptions in the Sidurim and the Chumashim. And we would sit here at night watching her painstakingly write out all of the kids' names.
Character traits my father has is obviously a sense of humor.
Nobody realizes he is quietly hysterical.
They're so silly. Come on, they're waiting in the back room.
Whenever I walk into the North Shore Hebrew Academy elementary school building and I see my grandparents' name on the wall, it just makes me very proud.
It seemed like an ideal situation where a child can get a secular education as well as a religious education. A parent has only one chance to give their children a Jewish education, and that's it.
This year we are celebrating the 18th anniversary of our high school.
1,400 graduates, 70 faculty members, beautiful campus that the first 18 years has brought us great faculty, great students, great parent body.
The fact that we're celebrating our Chai year is a statement of longevity, and hopefully it's a sign of amazing things to come.
Looking back 18 years ago, it's a great pleasure to see them grow up. I'm honored to be part of this celebration.
18? Feels like yesterday.
In creating our high school, its founders also set an example. They showed us what it looks like to invest and give back to your community and to your school.
As a parent of a high school student, I am so impressed with how big the school has gotten.
I'm looking back and I feel like I've come so far, and I'm just glad that I was given this experience.
It has made a tremendous difference in our community. Provided a continuity of educational experience for our children, and it has become a force, a powerful force in our community.
I'm gonna miss North Shore a lot. I've made so many great friends here.
North Shore is not just my school, it's my family, it's my home.
Dina and Johnny were part of a group of families who recognized the need for building our high school.
Johnny and Dina Ohebshalom personify community leadership on so many levels. Dina has been very active over the years in various PTA events, fundraisers, initiatives.
It was our pleasure to help and support the school in any way we could.
And it became the source and the foundation of our friendships that are still around today.
Our oldest daughter, Jackie, graduated high school 2 years ago. I loved the high school. It really gave her a sense of independence, Judaism, the love of learning, the love to go to Israel, to be part of the community, to help people.
I was at a vacation hotel over Pesach, and a parent comes up to me and says, "Rabbi, how are you?" with a smile on his face, literally from ear to ear. "What can I do to help you? How can I be there for you?" That's Johnny Ohebshalom.
Johnny has served on our board for many years.
My involvement with the board was driven by my desire to obviously help improve the school.
Well, my dad does a lot of charity for Jewish organizations.
One thing that I want to emulate that my parents taught me is being generous and being kind.
Dina and Johnny are parents who always can be counted on to help people in need, and they do so in a very modest, behind-the-scene way.
They are individuals who have learned what it means to give back to a community.
They've always taught us to be givers and never takers, and to help the Jewish community.
Johnny and Dina are incredibly generous people, not just within the Great Neck community, but throughout the entire Jewish community. And they learned that from their parents.
Happens to be that Dina's father, Rabbi Gross, is my Rebbe. He's an individual who I'm very connected to. It's no question as to how Dina became who she is and how the family grew the way that they did.
Every so often, my dad, he sees someone in the shul and tells them to come over to lunch because maybe that person doesn't have anywhere to go.
I learned from my grandparents. For Rosh Hashanah, for Pesach, we had tables of 40 people long. At the end, there were a few spots of new immigrants from Iran who had no place to go. My parents did it, and it is something that Dina and I have done together.
My parents are a role model to us because they show us how to be very kind and giving.
And they truly represent what North Shore Hebrew Academy High School stands for as an institution and as a yeshiva.
Mazel tov, Mom and Dad. I'm so proud of you.
Mazel tov, Mom and Dad.
It was very important for us to set an example for our children, to give back to a school which has given us and our children so much.
The Music and Performing Arts program at the North Shore Hebrew Academy is really the jewel of our high school.
Anything joyful, anything inspiring, anything meaningful was going to be the outgrowth of our music program.
And what we found is that students that have had the opportunity for the outlet in both music and performing arts have really excelled not only in that particular area, but in their studies as well.
Music is a vital part of this institution, and there's only one person. All roads lead to that one person, and that person is Sandy Sudberg.
Music at North Shore is about love. It's about love for each other. It's about love for our beloved school, love of Torah.
We have one of the greatest choirs among yeshiva high schools.
Her choirs bring to a school beauty. They bring to a school passion. They bring ruach.
These kids are the best. They're warm. They're giving. And I feel that personally. I'm their teacher, but I'm their friend in a sense, and there's so much respect.
We'd always perform amazing because she's just amazing at what she does.
When one walks into the building, there's a beautiful grand piano sitting right there. And occasionally, I will have rehearsals there. I will have students just sit down and play. And the sound permeates the whole building. Hearing music and seeing people involved in music is just a warmth.
There's so much that she brings to the table, so much that she offers our students, and really the avira, the tarbut, the culture of who we are as a yeshiva high school.
There were so many things to teach them about life and love of Israel and love of Torah and love of being Jewish through music.
Sandy and I have collaborated for over 15 years in the school's Shiria. The way that Sandy could command and inspire an entire grade of students to come together and to sing these songs with elegance and with ruach and with a love for what they were doing.
Her enthusiasm is contagious. Actually, whenever you listen to her, whenever she plays the music, you feel that you want to be part of it.
She performs with so much love, sincerity, and dedication. It's so obvious that this is her passion. It's not her job.
She comes in and there's this positive energy in the room and her smile is contagious.
Miss Sudberg is smiling and shining, and it fills you with so much confidence to see that someone believes in you.
I make a point of telling them that each voice is important.
I've seen students who, when they started North Shore as a freshman, they didn't even play an instrument. And by the end of their time in North Shore, they not only played an instrument well, but they were headed off to college with a music major or a music minor. Some were even inspired to pursue a career in music.
Mazal tov, Mrs. Sudberg, on this well-deserved honor. You saw something in me that I didn't, and I'm so glad that you pushed me to join, because singing in general has enhanced my life tremendously.
The songs that she chooses really opens my eyes up to different kinds of music.
Nothing can be expressed as well as if all of this is expressed through music.
Our program in the North Shore Hebrew Academy is one of the best programs around.
The energy that I get from the school, I feel like I'm always supported.
We're here for each other, we help each other, we care for each other.
You really feel like you're part of something big.
It's the most amazing, warm place.
Our program gets better and better.
Because excellence is what we are all about.
It gets better and better.